So here we are together tonight. If I could ask those of you on this side to come over here and join us, I'd really appreciate it. Please come forward, come with us. So I know we're supposed to talk about algorithmic curating tonight, but I'm not going to do that. I'm a very impulsive person, and I just don't like to stick to planning too much. And when I see you here tonight, you're all glowing so beautifully. It's inspiring, and if you don't mind, I would like to make a little experiment with you. But first we have to introduce ourselves to each other, so if you'll just turn to the person next to you, shake their hand and say hello.
Hi. Hello. Hello.
And find another person, the person to the other side of you. So now, when I look at all of you, I see fear. Like maybe your heartbeat raised a little, or there was a drop of sweat rolling down the armpit. Because communal activity, it's the audience's greatest fear, right? I mean, we're doing fine, right? Of course, we all have our problems. There's still problems here, right? There are personal problems, but then, of course, there are larger systemic problems, such as inequality based on racism, based on sexism, based on classism, based on capitalism, which are slowly fucking up our environment. We don't all have the same opportunities. And these differences are what's causing the gaps in alienation and isolation. Here's something that I wrote earlier today for you when I was thinking about these issues. Fear is a feeling that guides you through existence. When you think about it, we are constantly walking along unfamiliar parcours. The world is continuously weird. You're surrounded by shadows of shimmering light, where strange dance, ghost dance, the transport of life. So what lies deep in this anxiety, this feeling in the midst of your guts, or this separation that allows you to not connect to the stranger that's standing next to you? Is it because you're too similar or too different? And how do we move past this angst? Is it even truly possible to fill up this hole, this segregation that's keeping us apart? But the silver lining here is that we're all a little weird. So maybe perhaps we could get weirder together. We could help each other to relax and to expand our comfort zone. I always thought that I could never belong, but then I realized that feeling of misunderstanding, it's a gift. That misunderstanding is actually fundamental to togetherness. This profound difference of experience which we have is the basis for communal blobification. We are all slime. Gradulent, highly malleable, glittery slime. And we all stick together magically. We accommodate, and yet we remain this singular, beautiful slime. And it's then, and only then, that we can create a blob. So now I would like us to form something we call the communal blob. I'm going to need all of your help. It's not an easy process, but let's struggle a little together, if you will. Where's my assistant? Oh, here. So you'll take that to the center, and I want to come closer to you. Could you help me down? Thank you. Thank you so much. So, please, Ozzy, come with us. And we're gonna stand here. And now we have Albert, if you'll come this way, and Alex, and Gabrielle, and Vincent. Beautiful. And Teddy, and what's your name? Danielle, come, let's go all the way across the space. So here you are next to Elizabeth, and Sabine, and Esther, and if you will, Alexandra, and Botti, and Marta, and Hitami. Come, welcome. Join us. Rave, off-rave, yes. Yeah, please, will you join us in the circle? You look shy. You just don't have a name tag. It's no problem, you can come. Come. And, yeah, so let's come a little closer, just a little closer. We're gonna get more personal, and we're gonna support each other together. So my assistant over here is about to pass out some pens and some papers. And I'd just like you to take a moment to think about a fear that you have. Any fear. None is too small or too big, and just write it down. And after you've written your fear down, we're going to place it inside the box. something that comes to mind, anything. And once you've written down your fear, you're just gonna place it in the box. Welcome. If you're joining us late, feel free to come on in. And it's as simple as writing a fear down on a piece of paper. So for the next part, again, we need to support each other. We need the microphone. Yeah. So, maybe demonstrate. So one by one, come. We want to not hide behind the wall. So feel free to join, really. Yeah. One by one, come forward, pick a fear, any fear, out of the box. If you can't read it, put it back. If it's your own fear and you don't want to read it, put it back. But just pick a fear out and read it into the microphone.
I am afraid of no milk.
Yeah. And then you would, if you would walk back into the circle. And yeah, so.
I am afraid of sorrow.
And keep the fear, yeah. For now. And Sabine?
Can you read it? I'm afraid of hot days and drink drives. We don't know.
I'm afraid of hot days and drink drives.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Keep the fear. And Marcus, welcome.
I am afraid of toes.
Oh yeah, okay. And Rafe? Rafe? Okay. Rafe? Would you like? Yeah. Please, but
What is that? Plane crashes.
yes.
Oh, that's not mine.
Yeah. But it's okay. You've read it out loud. I'm
Yeah.
afraid of plane
Plane
crashing.
crashes.
And keep the fear for now. And then Vincent, if you'll come forward.
I'm afraid of losing loved ones.
And Gabrielle?
I'm afraid of cutting my fingers.
Ouch. Albert, I don't know if you talk yet.
I'm afraid of scheitern.
Thank you, Elizabeth. keep the fear. And Alex?
I am afraid of you.
Okay, and Ozzy?
I'm afraid of the government.
And Claudia?
I'm afraid of drowning.
Drowning. And Esther?
I'm afraid of lonely.
Thank you. And Alexandra?
I'm afraid of flood.
Floods,
Floods.
probably.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Walty?
I'm afraid of snake.
Classic. And Hitami?
I'm afraid of height.
And Teddy. Oh no, Marta, come forward.
I'm afraid of not learning anything.
Ooh, yeah. Teddy?
I'm afraid of being ignored, being misunderstood, and sickness and death.
Yes. We still have two more. Have I skipped someone? Anyone? I mean, I'll take one then. I'm afraid of illness. There's one more, and I read it. I think it's a good one for someone to read. Maybe someone a little shy on the outer edges of the circle? Yeah, cool.
I'm afraid of jail.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now keep it. And we're gonna take the card and flip it over. And all zusammen, all together, we want to read this out loud. So I know this is probably scary, but we can do it. So, and we do no longer fear alone. We have shared the fear. Take home that fear of someone else, proudly displayed on the mantelpiece of your inner house. So, through this ritual, we have exercised fear. It is no longer in control. We've come into solidarity with the foreign fear, and we can empathize with the unfamiliar. We've shifted our mode of coexisting, and as Tara famously said, let fear be your traveling companion. Let it be there, but not in control. Let it be there, but don't take direction from it or stop moving forward because of it. This is a skill. It's a skill to learn to act in the face of fear, to allow it to be present, but not to interfere. Learn to walk with fear this way, as if it's your uninvited traveling companion. Intrusive, but not in the way. And so the last thing that I'm gonna ask is that we all come a little closer, even a little closer, and a little bit more closer, and that we could become so close that we could just have a group hug for a moment. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And we have drinks over on the side. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask my assistants. And we have business cards to hand out as well. So thank you so much for attending. Yeah, maybe I turn myself off.